All right, everyone, welcome to Rhythm and Rose Las Vegas. I'm your host, Joshua Jacob. On today's show, I have a very special guest. She's a singer and songwriter. Welcome, Hago, to Rhythm and Rose. Hey,
Yay!
Hago.
Thank you. I'm so excited.
I'm excited too. Thanks for accepting my invitation and looking forward to hearing your story and the journey with your songs.
I'm like low-key so nervous because I haven't done this in a while. Like I haven't talked about myself, my journey, my music in such a
Oh,
long
wow.
time. So
Oh,
I'm excited though. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
yeah, it is. Well, thanks again. And yeah, great background. We love the studio look. Very cool.
Right,
But
it's my dream studio right there.
yeah. One thing about me, because I'm a musician, I just being in studios just that's your escape, right? That's your safe haven when you're in that room and you're writing songs and you're with other musicians like-minded.
Yes.
It's just a great experience, because you're all just collaborating with each other, learning from each other, and then you see a song develop in front of you that it's just awesome. So
It's a special feeling for
it
sure.
is.
It's a crazy like environment too. Like I'm so locked in, I forget to eat, I forget to sleep, I forget anything about the outside world. And whenever I step out from the studio, I'm like, whoa, okay, this is real life. All
Yep.
right, let's get back to this weird life. you
Let's get back
know
to reality. Yeah.
yeah, it's tough, but no, I'm like the studio is my place to be. Like I can feel in my body whenever I haven't been in the studio for a while.
Wow, is that
Yeah,
right?
it's actually
Wow.
crazy. I get like antsy and I feel like I need to get some music out and I need to be around people that's like me because
Yeah.
otherwise I do feel like an alien.
Yeah, I know the feeling. Yeah. So that
It's crazy.
it is. But well, later on in the interview, we'll talk about what's coming up in your music, of songwriting. But let's get to know you. Let's get to know your story. So, what's the foundation of Hago, of the beginning of chapter one, of the desire to want to sing and then to want to be a songwriter? Like, let's go back to where you're from, and then how did all that start for the desire to want to sing, and then go from there. Yeah.
So it feels like I've lived like 10 different lives.
That's
I
cool.
grew up in Sweden
Oh
and
wow.
super, super tiny, small town. And it's like a different life. Like we had a lot of music, we had a lot of like possibilities, even though it was a really small town. But I grew up just knowing that I'm an artist. I'm going to be an artist for the rest of my life. This is my calling in life. I don't remember what age, but I know it was really early. I did start singing before I could talk, which is funny because I didn't believe my mom when she told me. I was like, no way, no, that's not true. And then she
Wow.
showed me a video, and I was like, I don't remember, maybe two. I don't remember when I started talking, but yeah, I was singing. I was always performing in front of my family or friends. Like I forced them to go sit down and like watch me perform. It was
Wow.
like the craziest thing.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I think I loved the attention. I loved like entertaining people and just singing and dancing and all of this. And I started early in music training and
Oh, wow.
vocal. I had a vocal coach, and she was
That's
awesome.
good.
I
Wow.
was with her for so many years, and even though I was living in a small town, we had these possibilities of like performing and doing all these things. And I remember my first vocal lesson with her. I was like, because they had like live shows they were doing every year. I walked in and I was like, so what do I have to do to be a part of the live shows?
Wow.
And I was like
So
9 years old. Like I was like,
9 years
wow.
old, huh?
And I was like,
Wow.
so what do I have to do? Tell me.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's been a
Same.
journey for sure.
Oh
Growing
yeah.
up there, I 2015, I got an opportunity to go into the studio with a friend of mine, and he was producing a song, and he asked me to do the chorus. And that was my first time in a like real studio. And I
That was really
remember,
cool.
yeah, I remember I realized after, because I was so shy back then, and I started writing songs really early, but I had them in a little box, and I was like, I'm never gonna show these to anybody ever. I was really like insecure about my songwriting, and
Really?
which was crazy because I performed in front of everybody and
Yeah.
all the time, but never my own songs. So that first
Wow.
time in the studio, when I said, I remember like I had some ideas, and the producer really liked my ideas, and I was like, wow, maybe I can actually do this. Like maybe I'm actually good at this.
That's cool.
Yeah. So after that, I actually sent the producer a song of mine, and it wasn't even a melody. It was literally just like lyrics, and it wasn't even like any rhymes or anything. It was just like a piece of paper. And I just sent that to him, and I was like, yeah, this is a song I want to do. And
Yeah.
he was amazing. So he was able to just take those words, make melodies, make music, and send it back to me. And I recorded it, and that was my first single that I ever
Wow,
released.
your first single, huh? At what
Yeah,
age?
I was, oh my God, the years. I think I was 17,
Wow,
16, 17.
very cool to have your first single. Huh.
Yeah, yeah, it was fun. It
Yeah,
was a lot of fun.
interesting. And so from that point, you developed a certain confidence of discovering yourself and saying, wow, this is where I'm meant to be in my life, and really pursuing this full time or just taking off on this journey, you know?
It was just the craziest thing to write words on a piece of paper and then having like people sing those words live. It was just
Uh,
the craziest thing, and that people were
that is cool.
listening. I remember going to like parties and stuff, and people were playing my songs, and I thought it was just so like awkward. But now looking back, it was like the coolest thing that
Oh, yeah.
you know people who play my songs, and I
And
don't
you're
know.
there.
Yeah, it was just crazy.
That's cool. Well, speaking of this part of your chapter, how did you handle the uncertainty of, well, so far you're saying it's good of everyone listening to your music because apparently they're playing it at parties and stuff. But did you ever have a time where you thought, what are people going to think? Are they going to like it? You know, those thoughts that we do think at times. How did you overcome fear of the uncertainty of going on this journey when you were young? Because you were like, what are people going to think? Are they going to laugh? Right. But so far you're saying it was good positive feedback. But it could be maybe your first show being on stage, your first time, and you're like, oh crap, how.
So I didn't overcome the fear.
You didn't?
I didn't. I still experience it like so often. I don't think we can. I think we can learn to live with the fear, but I don't think we can overcome it to 100%. I think people
Right.
who says that, they're lying. No, no, I'm just kidding. But I mean, it is like you learn so much all the time. Every time I'm in the studio, I learn something new, and I start questioning what I did yesterday. You know, today I know more about songwriting than what I knew yesterday. So today I'm questioning what I wrote yesterday.
Mm,
And the
yeah.
fear of like, who's gonna like this applies in so many areas. It's like walking in as a songwriter in the studio and working for an artist. I question myself every 10 minutes. Are they gonna like what I bring to the table? Am I good enough to be in this room?
Wow.
And same with like releasing my own music back in the days. It was always like, is anybody gonna listen? Am I just gonna put this out, to the world? And is it gonna be
Yeah.
anybody there that wants to listen? So I think it will always be there. I think for me, learning that it's part of my story to doubt myself, and it actually helps me to get better. I think that's one of the reasons why I'm still in the music industry, because I am doubting myself, and that forces me to constantly evolve and constantly get better at what I do.
Wow, well said. Yeah, I totally agree. And very true on the sometimes that fear can also be your fuel to push yourself from not doing it. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah,
sometimes fear can stop you from doing stuff because you're just afraid and you're like, oh, I don't want to be on stage or sing in front of everyone. But sometimes that fuel can push you where you're
yeah,
like, you know what, I'm still going to do it. And then once you do it and you come out of it, you're like, oh, that felt great. Then that
yeah.
gives you that boost of it, confidence of a different level that you're discovering yourself, you know?
Definitely. And I also think that being from a small town in Sweden, and I built everything I have today, I built by myself, for myself. And I think the fear, I cannot let fear destroy what I've been able to do on my own. It's like I always look back at the girl that I was singing in front of everybody, and I'm like, I cannot let fear ruin this for her.
I totally agree. Yeah, you've already built a foundation. You're already going up, building your world in that music, right? So yeah, you keep going and yeah, like you said, just let fear fuel you to push you to keep doing, moving up to different levels. So yeah, well said. So let's get into your songs. So we have, I believe your last single, Loud.
Yes.
Yeah, you want to share a bit about that story behind Loud?
Yes, of course. So first of all, I my plan has always been to be the artist and do my own music and continue on that journey. And while I had like crazy experience in the industry and crazy experience like in my personal life, I had to step away a little bit for releasing my own music. And all of a sudden, I got so busy being a songwriter for other artists that I was like, okay, I think this is my calling. I think this is what I'm supposed to do. So I miss releasing my own music because it's a good feeling. It's a really good feeling, and it's fun and it's amazing. I still do write songs for my own artist projects. I just don't release it yet. We'll see what happens. So Loud was I think that was my last single before I took a step back and starting writing for others. So it's a special song for that reason. It's also a special song because I felt like I wrote it about my own future,
Really? Oh
which
wow.
is the craziest experience because I wrote it about a person that was currently in my life, but by the time I released the song, that person was not in my life anymore. And I realized that song is about that person, which was just crazy.
Wow, that is a trip. That
Yeah,
is crazy.
it is crazy. And I don't know if I predicted the future or whatever I was doing, but
That's crazy. Well, you know, they say if you want to write down about your future, write it down, right? So songwriting could be the same thing.
yeah, I think so for sure. And it's also like I grew up in a way where in the Swedish culture, you're not supposed to be loud, you're not supposed to stand out. Um,
What? Really?
yeah, I grew up with people saying like who does she think she is, like what is she doing, she thinks she's this artist, she thinks that she's like the shit, she thinks she can go
Wow.
places. So the song was also a way of me saying like I am loud, I'm gonna be loud. um yeah, now I live in LA and I think that's like where I really can be loud. So yeah, it's just
That's
like,
cool.
yeah, I it really was challenging growing up in a culture that way when you really want to go places. So
Right.
I do feel more at home here than what I feel in Sweden because I can be myself. And that song really shows that, I'm just going to be loud,
Yeah,
do my thing.
that's right. Do your thing, girl. That's right. Be
Yes.
loud. You should have a merch t-shirt that says be loud.
Yeah, for sure.
Uh,
Definitely.
Because now that you explained the definition of it, I would definitely wear a shirt representing that.
Right.
Let your voice be loud, be
Yeah.
heard. You know what I mean? Like what do you want to say,
Yeah,
yourself. So yeah, I like that.
definitely. And it applies on so many different things. I think also being a woman in the music industry
That
and
too.
often being in sessions that fully male dominated, to be like, hey, don't be quiet, like be loud, raise your opinions, you're like, yeah, you just do your thing.
Yeah. No, yeah, I totally agree. Yeah, thank you for sharing that part as well. Let's go back to how about Fate? That's interesting. In 2022.
Wow, Faith.
That's your
We're
song,
really
right?
going back down memory lane right now. It's
Yeah.
crazy. Um, oh my God. The choruses, they keep playing in my head, these demons in my bed. They want to see me dead, losing all faith of mine. So that's pretty deep.
This
And
deep. Oh my God.
yeah, yeah. And what I love about music, especially pop music, is the contrast. I try to write a lot of contrast, which means that I take a super happy melody and I write something super depressing or super deep. So
Mm.
it's like you're dancing with tears in your eyes because you can really feel something, but you're also like excited because the beat is like so good.
Yeah.
So that's a song like that for sure. It was one of the first songs I wrote when I was moved back to Sweden, or started writing after being in LA for a year. And it was all these feelings of like, I don't know, just like, what am I going to do? And I remember I had a teacher back in music school in Hollywood who always told me, because I always wanted to do so much. And I was like, I always came to him and I was like, oh, I think it's time for me to get a record deal. I think it's time for me to do this. And he was always like, just have faith, and that really stuck with me. And I think that's a big part of why I wrote Fate.
Yeah, I like that. I mean, I'm glad he said that to you. He spoke a seed of faith in you, saying just have faith, believe,
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm a big believer in that. So yeah,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. No, me too. And it's like I'm singing about losing faith, but also like it's a double meaning because I'm losing faith, but I'm for some things and I'm gaining faith in some other areas. So I think, yeah, that's a big part of that song. And it was also special because I worked with a super talented friend of mine and we wrote Faith and we wrote Suffer So Bad. And I learned so much from him as a talented writer and producer, and being able to work with him, I feel like I learned so much. Like his melodies are amazing, his lyrics are amazing, and it was just like special to be able to, just I moved to Stockholm. I was there. I tried to build my career, which was different from building it in LA. And being able to find people that I really loved working with was so special and learn from. And I, even till today, I'm using everything I learned back then to write and produce music.
Yeah, awesome. No, I'm glad, and that's so cool that you're in LA. I'm like 3 hours away. Well,
Oh, really?
I'm in Las Vegas. Yeah,
Yay! I love
yeah. So
Vegas.
I love LA.
Should we
Yeah,
switch?
I know. Yeah, let's switch for a day.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah, I love the beach. I love Malibu, just around that surrounding areas. So,
It's so
so cool.
beautiful.
Oh yeah, especially in the at night with the ocean and the breeze. It's so nice.
It's amazing. Yeah, I love it so much.
Well, let's get into your upcoming songs. What do you have in the horizon? Anything you're writing for artists right now, or what you can talk about?
Yes. Yes. So this is a hard question because it's like, how much can I say without saying too
All
much?
true.
So I've been like this last year, I've been writing a lot for especially female pop artists.
Oh, cool. All right.
And they're not only based in LA, they're based all over. And they're so talented. Like all of them, they're so talented. We have so much good music coming out. I don't know release dates yet because that's another part of this industry that it takes a lot of time.
Um,
First, you write the songs, and then the artist is going to record them, and then you have sometimes you have a label that wants to produce a release plan, and they want to make sure they have everything in order to release the songs. But
Yeah.
I have a lot of things. It's been very interesting because for a long time I've been writing a lot of music that hasn't been released yet. So whenever somebody's asking me what are you working on, I'm like, I'm in the studio every day, but we'll see when it's coming out.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm super excited because I really want to showcase everything I've been working on, because that's such a big part of like who I am and what
Of
I'm
course. Yeah.
on.
All right.
And a fun thing is like also find myself in sessions where I'm writing completely different things.
Ah.
Like I can't really say exactly, but it's like I'm a pop songwriter, but I end up in the most weird and crazy sessions writing completely different things.
Yeah.
And I think
That's interesting.
and I think
Yeah.
a part of that is because pop songwriting can apply on so many different types of music. The way you write and the contrast I was talking about that I use a lot when I write songs and things like that, and the melodies and everything. So it's
Interesting.
it's just a fun journey, and I'm excited to share more about what I do and what I've been doing.
Yeah, we look forward to your new music coming out with the other artists that you're writing for.
Yeah,
So,
I'm excited, and
yeah, that's
hopefully,
exciting.
hopefully, I'm going back to releasing my own music as well. I'm really excited. Like I
I
miss
hope so.
performing. I
Yeah,
miss like releasing my own things. So hopefully, if I have the time, I'm gonna be able to do that as well.
I hope you do, please, because yeah, I don't like. I love the fact that you are like a music producer, songwriter for other artists, but keep going with your own music too. Don't yeah.
Yeah,
It's okay to have breaks, but don't like stop in forever.
yeah, no, it's like I felt like I needed to be in the background for a minute
Yeah,
because
that's fine. Yeah.
since I was so young, I've been in the spotlight,
Oh,
but
okay.
I feel like it's part of who I am. That's what I come
Yeah,
to
that's who
realize.
you
It's
are.
not just something I want to do. It's like literally who I am. And it's like, it's been like 3 years since I've been on stage, and I
Ah,
use it
okay.
every day. I go through my closet and I'm like, this is a good outfit for the stage. And then I'm like, wait, I don't perform
Yeah,
anymore.
you're like, wait, I don't have a show coming up. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yet.
yeah.
Yeah.
So hopefully I'm gonna get back to it as well. I'm super excited.
Well, we are excited for you and we wish you the best for the remaining of the year in
Thank
your
you.
songwriting. And hopefully we'll have a song of your own of you singing later this year. You never know.
You never
So,
know.
so for the fans to stay updated with you on your Instagram and all the links, what's your Instagram?
My Instagram is Hago Music, so Hago Music.
Okay. And do you have Facebook as well, or you just stick with Instagram?
I mostly do Instagram, and from
No,
there
that's
you can
fine.
find my TikTok, and I have
Okay.
YouTube and things like that too. But
Cool. All right.
Instagram is my favorite.
Yeah, it's fine. No, it's my favorite too. So, and then for your music's on Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube Music as well.
Yes, stream my old songs, and hopefully that can make me get excited about releasing some new stuff.
Yeah, guys, continue to support Hago with her music. So very
Yeah.
cool. All right, guys. Well, if you'd like to come on Rhythm and Roads Las Vegas to share your story, my Instagram is Joshua Jacob Official. Feel free to send me a message. We can schedule you for a slot to share your story and what you're doing with your journey of your music, movie, whatever it is, author, whatever you're writing of a book, whoever it is, just come on the show. You're welcome to come on. So this is the new series of Everything is Possible. Always remember, just have faith and believe. And even if you go through some hard times, there's always hope to overcome that. And once you go through that, it's a different side that you're glad you didn't give up. So don't give up, guys. I'll
I love
go. Yeah. Thank you so much for your time. It's been such a blessing to
Thank
speak
you
with
for
you.
having me.
Yeah. And have you on. And we look forward to your journey later this year. And guys, thank you for watching this. Joshua Jacob with Rhythm and Roads, Las Vegas. Thanks for watching.